TV soap news and spoilers today, we dive into a potentially explosive Days of Our Lives storyline, one that could shake the very foundations of the Kiriakis family legacy. What if Philip Kiriakis, Victor's estranged son, possesses another copy of the late Victor's will? How would this twist change the course of events, especially with the high-stakes drama unfolding around Titan Industries and Xander Cook's desperate attempts to save the woman he loves? Let's explore how this story could play out in dramatic fashion. As we all know, Philip has been absent from Salem for quite some time, having left town to try to rebuild his life with his first love, Chloe Lane. Their relationship has always been complicated, filled with highs and lows, but Philip was determined to make it work, far away from the pressures of his family and Titan Industries. But life in Salem never stays quiet for long, and the latest turmoil at Titan could be enough to pull Philip back into the Kiriakis fold. Kristen holds the key to Sarah's recovery in the form of a miracle serum, one that could potentially heal Sarah's paralysis. But Kristen, being who she is not about to hand it over without making sure she gains something substantial in return. When Xander approaches Kristen for the serum, she initially pretends to be feeling generous. She dangles the hope of a cure in front of him, but there's a catch, a massive one. Kristen wants Titan Industries, the company that was the pride and joy of Victor Kiriakis, in exchange for the serum. She sees Titan as a prize that could expand her empire and give her the power she craves. Xander is horrified. Handing over his family's legacy to Kristen feels like a betrayal of everything the Kiriakis name stands for. At first, Xander refuses. There's no way he can give Kristen control of Titan, the company that his father worked his entire life to build. But Kristen is clever. She knows how to push Xander's buttons, and she reminds him that this is the only way to save Sarah. "Isn't she worth it?" Kristen asks, her words dripping with manipulation. Xander, torn between his love for Sarah and his loyalty to the Kiriakis family, starts to question whether he can really refuse. Meanwhile, Xander confides in Sarah about Kristen's outrageous demand. Sarah is horrified but also understands the impossible position Xander is in. "What does she want?" Sarah asks, dreading the answer. When Xander finally tells her, "Just my family legacy," the weight of the decision becomes even more apparent. The stakes are higher than ever. Just when it seems like Xander might actually consider giving in to Kristen's demands, a new twist enters the picture, one that could change everything. What if Philip Kiriakis has another version of Victor's will, one that leaves Titan to him instead of Xander? Imagine this. Philip returns to Salem, not just because of Chloe, but because he's been keeping a secret. He has a different copy of his father's will, one that Victor wrote years ago. In this version, Philip is the rightful heir to Titan, not Xander. If this is true, then Xander's desperate negotiations with Kristen could be for nothing. The company he's fighting to protect may not even be his to give. This revelation could blow the entire situation wide open. Philip, who has always had a complicated relationship with his father and Titan Industries, would now be thrust back into the heart of the Kiriakis family drama. His return would not only complicate things for Xander, but also for the entire Kiriakis clan. The question then becomes, will Philip assert his claim to Titan and challenge Xander for control of the company? And if so, how will that affect Xander's plans to save Sarah? Philip's return with a new version of Victor's will could also spark a fierce power struggle between him and Xander. Both men have a claim to Titan, and neither is likely to back down easily. Xander, motivated by his love for Sarah, would stop at nothing to get the serum and ensure her recovery. But Philip, emboldened by his new claim to the Kiriakis fortune, could see this as his opportunity to reclaim his rightful place in the family and the company that he once walked away from. What would make this even more compelling is Philip's emotional conflict. On the one hand, he's always wanted to prove himself to his father and be the heir that Victor expected him to be. On the other hand, he left Salem to be with Chloe and build a life that was free from the constant pressure of living in his father's shadow. But now, with Victor gone and Titan at stake, Philip might be forced to choose between the life he wanted and the family legacy that's calling him back. And let's not forget Kristen. If she learns that Philip has another copy of the will, she might shift her focus from Xander to Philip. Kristen is nothing if not opportunistic, and she'll do whatever it takes to get what she wants. Could we see a new alliance form between Kristen and Philip, or will Philip refuse to deal with her, putting him at odds with both Xander and Kristen? As the tension builds, fans are left wondering, what will happen if Philip holds the key to Titan's future? Will Xander be forced to give up everything to save Sarah, only to find out that Titan was never his to begin with? And how will Kristen play into this game of power and betrayal? The stage is set for a high-stakes battle that could change the Kiriakis family and Titan Industries forever. One thing is certain. With Philip's potential return and the revelation of a second will, the drama in Salem is about to reach new heights. Will Xander's love for Sarah lead him to make the ultimate sacrifice, or will Philip's hidden hand in Victor's estate turn everything upside down? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.